Welcome to the September 2026 episode of the Hudson Valley Community College Eyes on the Sky series, an update about current astronomy, space science, and sky events. I'm astronomer Richard Monda, and this is Eyes on the Sky for September 1st through September 30th, 2026. We start our episode with Venus. By mid-March of this year, this bright planet became easily visible in our evening sky. Then Venus continued to gain altitude until early June. Over the next few months, its height at first visibility decreased, and now during September, it will be very low in the west-southwest. Venus will disappear from our evening sky during the first days of October, and then reappear in the east before sunrise in November. During the early evening of September 1st, Venus appears near the bright bluish-white star of Virgo named Spica. You will probably need binoculars to see this star in the bright twilight, but watch over the first week of September as Venus and Spica appear to separate. Meanwhile, the moon reaches last quarter on September 4th at 3:51 a.m. and therefore is 3/4 of the way around the Earth in its monthly orbit. 2 days later, in the early morning sky, the waning lunar crescent is against the stars of Gemini and in the vicinity of Mars. This campfire colored planet will slowly brighten until the latter part of February 2027 as its distance from the Earth decreases. It has been 50 years since NASA's Viking 1 lander touched down on the Martian landscape. This craft was designed as a biological laboratory to test the Martian soil for microbial life. At first, its test results seemed positive, but because Mars lacks an ozone layer, ultraviolet light from the sun irradiates the surface of the red planet, changing its chemistry. The results remain inconclusive. In the eastern dawn sky on September 7th, the waning lunar crescent has made its way to the east of Mars, and below Pollux, the brightest star of Gemini. Early the next morning, the thinning lunar crescent appears near Jupiter and is adjacent to the stars of Leo. On September 9th, the ultra-thin crescent is above Leo's primary luminary, the star Regulus, and across from its stellar sickle. New moon happens at 11:27 p.m. on September 10th. During the last new moon on August 12th, a partial solar eclipse occurred in the Albany area, when 13% of the sun was obscured at maximum. With the new moon this month on September 10th, that means by September 13th, the waxing lunar crescent is back in the early evening sky, where it will appear to the lower right of Venus. The next evening, the crescent is to the upper left of the bright planet. On September 18th at 4:44 p.m., the moon is at first quarter and appears ahead of the stellar teapot shape of Sagittarius. The following evening, the waxing gibbous appears within the teapot region, and then on the 20th, at the hindquarters of the Archer. By September 21st, the gibbous lunar orb glides into what is called the water region of the sky, starting with Capricornus, the sea goat. The moon moves eastward through the sea goat's middle section and finally its tail on September 23rd. Next, on September 24th, the moon coasts into Aquarius, the water bearer, gliding above his water jar. On the 25th, the almost full lunar gibbous continues through the celestial water region and drifts into the stars of Pisces the fish, appearing below its circlet. Then on September 26th, the moon is opposite the sun and is therefore full. This is the harvest moon, and it hovers away above the ring planet Saturn. The next evening, the waning gibbous appears within the ribbon that ties the two fishes together. September ends with the waning gibbous moon coasting through the constellation of Aries the Ram, and on the last day of the month, making its way to the Pleiades and the constellation of Taurus the Bull. Thank you for watching our September 2026 Eyes on the Sky episode. Other episodes of our Eyes on the Sky series can be found on our Hudson Valley Community College Eyes on the Sky YouTube page. And be sure to watch for our fall semester sky updates in the College Campus Chronicle, starting with the October Sky Update. I'm astronomer Richard Monda, wishing you sunny days and cloudless nights so that you can keep your eyes on the sky.